Good evening, my viewers. This is George Ondek with the latest edition of the George Ondek Show. And tonight I have something different. Many people have been saying lately, my show is a little dry. I've had too many politicians on, too much news items and things like that. So I'm getting back to something I was doing about 5 years ago, back into fitness, exercise, and health. And tonight I have with me
Stephanie Domonech.
Stephanie Domonech. What a beautiful smile you have, Stephanie.
Thank
You
you.
are a Zumba fitness dance instructor, is that true?
Yes, correct.
How long have you been doing that for?
For 2 years. However, I have been teaching dance for many
Really?
years. Yes.
And I understand you've been involved and interested in dance most of your life, is that true?
Absolutely.
You took dance lessons as a young girl, and
Yep.
you always had a dream of teaching dance, or Zumba came along. Explain a little bit about to my audience what Zumba is.
Well, Zumba is actually a dance that, well, it's a fitness aerobic class where it involves a variety of different cultural music. You have salsa, merengue, cumbia, you have flamenco, samba.
Sounds like a bunch of Latin American
Yes.
music. So who was the person who thought this up and made this all come about?
His name is Beto Perez.
Really?
Yes.
And where is he from? Or,
He is originally from, wow.
well, it's not important.
Okay.
Latin America, okay?
Yes.
And you have some Latin in you, I understand. You're part Spanish, part Italian, and
Puerto
little-
Rican and Italian.
Oh, Puerto Rican, the 51st state. Were you born there, or were you born in the United States?
I was actually born in the United States.
In the Bronx, the 51st state?
Yes.
Really? I was born in Yonkers, which borders the Bronx. It was a great area growing up. But so, how did you get involved again in Zumba, and how did you find out about it and everything?
Well, actually, I taught for many years, and I took a break to go back to college.
Right.
And once I finished, I realized that I really missed dancing. And so I was trying to get back into it, but I didn't really want to do the same thing that I've always have done. So I chose to kind of venture off into Zumba. And I got certified, and then it took me some time, but I finally ended up with a gig and fell in love with it.
And what little I know about Zumba, I'm flipping the channels late at night, and almost every other channel I see people working out, they're happy, and they're doing Zumba, and they're losing weight, and they're exercising. It's like going to a fitness place, but really enjoying yourself because you got this great music playing. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Zumba was created to make you feel like you're not exercising. It was actually created to feel like you're in a party setting.
So you feel like you're in a party setting when you're got the music going, you're dancing, but at the same time you're burning calories and losing weight. That's really great, you know.
And the best thing is that some people, they may come to class, they may have some kind of injuries, whether it's hip, shoulder, back, a variety of things. You still have the option to take it as far as you want it to go. So let's say if you have a shoulder injury, you may not want to do all the upper body exercises, but you're still able to move your feet and to control the motion that you take while you're in class, so that way you don't injure yourself.
Are there a lot of different steps or phases of Zumba?
There are a lot of different steps and styles.
A typical class, if you're in a formal class at a fitness center, how long does that take?
It's about an hour, and basically you always start off class with your warm-up. Got to get warm. You don't want to pull anything.
Right.
You know,
right.
that's so
You
important.
start off slowly, especially
Yes.
for older people who might. And can people of all ages do Zumba?
Absolutely.
And what about joining like a group? Is it just women? Is it women and men? Or is there exclusively women groups doing it?
Actually, surprisingly, it's for both.
Really?
There's a lot of men that really do enjoy it and that do come to the class.
You know, I could think of a lot of people who could benefit from it. Not only, you know, people in their 20s, 30s, or 40s, but a senior citizen club. It
Absolutely.
would get them up, happy, and moving, you know. That's
Yes.
a place to explore if they need a fitness instructor who can do Zumba.
Absolutely.
And it makes them happy from what I can see.
Always.
So let's get to know a little more about you. I understand you work for a very prestigious organization where you're like a receptionist,
Yes.
the American Tennis Association.
The United States Tennis
Okay,
Association.
United States,
Mhm.
and that's based in White Plains, right?
Yes, the corporate headquarters.
So you do that part-time, you do some fitness and Zumba, so you like to keep busy and you like to keep active. And I think that's very important for one's good health and stuff like that.
Yes.
I've done fitness shows in the past with fitness instructors, and you don't know this, Stephanie, but I started this 5 years ago, and I decided I shouldn't weigh what I was weighing, and I should eat correctly, and that's another important thing. I don't know how much you know about nutrition, but I lost
Yes.
40 pounds in the last 4 or 5 years, and
Good
I
for
think that's
you.
great progress.
Absolutely.
And I'm about 5'9", 5'10", but I'd like to lose about another 20, and I think I have a goal in the next 6 months of doing it.
All right.
Because I hear that's how you stay young and you stay healthy.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to get old, you know?
No.
I always want to stay 39. So you think Zumba could help me then if I do
Absolutely.
it on a slower basis?
Absolutely. I say it works well for people of all ages. You know, sometimes too, people, they get to a point where they do plateau, so you have to push yourself a little bit more. So if you find yourself going to class and you're doing it at a certain pace and you're not really losing as much weight, then you're going to want to increase your mobility in class. So, you know, if you're doing, you know, any kind of arm exercises, you're going to want to do it a little bit harder.
I hear there's a lot of arm, hip, and leg movements.
Yes.
So not only will you be losing weight, you're losing inches too. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
And you're having fun doing it.
Always. And that's
You know, somewheres in this show, I'm going to have to try it with you. You're going to have to give a demonstration to my vast audience. You know, I do have a vast audience. I'm seen in 40 different cities. I'm also seen on YouTube all over the world.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so, and I've done the show for over 17 years. And
Good for
my
you.
fitness and exercise shows are some of the most fun shows I've done because it's taught me a lot that you shouldn't be overweight and you shouldn't be sedentary. You should move, right?
Always. Always. You'd be surprised how exercise actually, well, once you actually stop, you see a difference from the way you feel in the morning.
It makes you mentally feel better too, right?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I noticed when I had stopped teaching for a little bit, every Saturday I would go into my night job and I would feel kind of, you know, irritable, and it was because I wasn't working out in the morning and I didn't realize how much it was affecting my overall lifestyle. And I realized, I need to just start working out again and doing
I
some
hear
Zumba
you're
before.
quite a go-getter. That you work
Absolutely.
2 or 3 different jobs.
I
That you
do.
may even be a waitress at night sometimes in a
Yes.
fine restaurant. You know?
Yes.
So you like to keep going, keep on the move. And it's important with Zumba to keep on the move. Is that a good saying? And what kind of different musics do you do the Zumba routine to? Like merengue?
Yes, merengue.
How about salsa?
Absolutely. And then you have cumbia, and then reggaeton. And that's basically what I teach in my class. I incorporate some other styles as well, but Zumba is actually divided into like different categories.
Like which categories?
We have Zumba Basic 1, Zumba Basic 2, and different teachers are certified in different Zumba pieces. Zumba actually came out with a whole variety of different classes. There's Zumba Gold, which is for seniors. There's Zumba Atomic, which is for children. There's Zumba that's based in a pool setting.
By the way, I can see this being also good for young people who are these days just sitting at computers and text messaging all day long. So they should get up there and move, and otherwise they're going to get sedentary at the age of 30. You know?
Absolutely, but you know what? That's why Zumba Fitness, they created a line for, I guess, their own video games. So now there's a couple video games for Zumbas, so that way you can...
Is that like on Wii or something?
Yes, absolutely.
And you can do it. You can do it at home then.
Yes.
You should go into that business and do a website and set up your own company doing that with you on it. Have you ever thought of that?
No.
Okay. You got to explore new areas and getting the word out. You know?
Absolutely, I agree.
Now, who's your favorite singer, by the way? Mark Anthony? No.
I love him.
Really?
Yes.
How did I guess that? Is he pretty good Zumba dancer too, or is he just...
Well, he's an amazing singer, very talented. So I'm going to assume that he's very good in dancing as well. But I don't know, I've never actually really
I like some of the Spanish female singers. Shakira's very good. Does she do Zumba or anything like that?
Yes.
And wasn't something with Zumba based on her, or am I wrong about that?
Well, actually, the gentleman who created Zumba, Beto Perez, he actually choreographed for Shakira.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Are there music videos that are just a video of Zumba? I know there are half-hour shows on television doing it.
Actually, I'm trying to remember. There was one with, I believe, Pitbull, and it's called Pause.
Pause?
Yes.
P-A-W-S?
No, Pause. Like
P-A-U-S-E?
Yes.
And speaking of pause, I know another side of you. Is it true you have a cat at home? Because all good people I know have a cat or a dog and love pets. And we have a cat for like 8 years, and the one before that for about 20 years. And they're the most beautiful creatures in the world. You'll see I'm also an animal pet activist. I feel like birds and deer and geese don't have anyone to speak for them, and I feel so bad when somebody kills them. That just happened at the T-Town Reservation. The executive director ordered 75 deer slaughtered by sharpshooters. Isn't that horrible? But we're getting off into other things. We got to stick to Zumba. So you teach it. You're not presently with a formal club right now.
No, just doing just side events or private home instruction.
I can see you doing a half-hour video on Zumba and selling that. There's another idea to get the word out.
Or maybe soon to come on YouTube.
Yes. See that? And that's a great way to get the word out. That's what I do with my show, to get it out all over the world. And I have a person who facilitates that for me, so if you need that, I can get that to happen.
Perfect.
Well, you probably know how to get onto YouTube, right?
Absolutely.
So we're almost near the end of the show. We have about 3 or 4 minutes left. Is there more you want to talk about to my audience? About Zumba, about your activities, how they can get in touch with you? Let's go over that. How can they get in touch with you? I think we might, that's a good idea for them to know.
Well, actually, there's a couple ways you can get in touch with me. You can go to www.stephanied914.zumba.com, and that's my website. You can also reach me at stephaniedomonech@gmail.com, and Zumba with Stephanie Pearl @gmail.com.
And you would give them advice on Zumba dancing, Zumba exercise, and Zumba instruction, right?
Absolutely.
And how they can avail themselves of your services to help them with losing weight or losing inches.
Or even if they need a recommendation
need
for
a
someone
recommendation.
in their area, I can help them with that as well.
And you're basically in northern Westchester and
I travel down a lot
to Connecticut, to
White
New York
Plains,
City, White
Connecticut,
Plains.
yeah.
So you get around a little bit.
Yeah,
So
you
you're
could say
willing to, if somebody was having a party and a bunch of women wanted you to demonstrate Zumba or teach them, set up a class, you can do that then.
Yes.
Anything else interesting you'd like to talk about tonight on the George Ondek Show, the wide-ranging George Ondek Show, which not only has politicians, news items, and hard-hitting thing about taxes, but how to stay healthy, stay young, and vibrant.
Well, my main advice to anyone would be to always remain active, even if it just consists of walking each day.
You know, I got to tell you, that's one of the things I do. And as you know, I'm 39 plus. I think walking also, brisk walking is one of the best exercise. If you can't keep up with Zumba or aquatic exercise in the water for an hour, if you do a half-hour walking a day, that's good for an older person.
Absolutely.
And especially outside in northern Westchester where we live, around a mall or something, that's a good way to get exercise.
Yeah.
And in this type of weather, inside a mall.
And actually, very recently, I actually live on a mountaintop.
Really?
So I figured, you know what, one day I'm just going to try to run that mountaintop all the way up to my house. So
And while you're running that mountaintop, you know, you've made this Zumba exercise and dancing so interesting. I think I'd like to try it with you. Would you be willing to teach me a few steps there? So in the privacy of my living room, I can start working out and get one of them Wii machines and work out as well. Would you be willing to do that, Stephanie?
Of course, of course.
Oh, you're such a doll. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
again, my viewers, do you have anything to say in closing? Because we're just about at the end of the show.
Always keep active.
And my viewers, this has been George Ondek with Stephanie
Domonech,
extraordinary Zumba dance instructor. Till next time, stay healthy, work out, and dance to the music. Thanks.
So George, have you ever heard of merengue before?
Yes, I heard it's a dance.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a part of Zumba. And basically it revolves around a two-step.
A two-step.
Have you ever tried it?
I've never tried it. I've seen it on TV for a few minutes, but I've never actually tried it. This will be a first. If you think I can do it, I'll try. I'll try anything once for TV.
Okay, so are you ready?
Yes, what do I have to do? Do I follow you or
Absolutely.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so basically what you're going to do is you're going to start off with your right foot. Merengue, it goes really, really quick.
Really, really
You're
quick.
going to step out to the right, left, right, left,
right, left.
Right, left.
I think, by George, I think I've got it.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so Zumba is a mix of fitness variations with dancing. And what I mean by that is that you can take a simple merengue step, which is side to side, but also you're going to add in, let's say, some arms. So you get more of a full body workout.
Showing arms now. The
Yeah.
arms have it, right? The arms have it.
And what you're going to do is you're going to keep them straight out like this.
Straight out. Like that?
Yes. And you're going to swing it from side to side.
Like
Okay, so once you have that down, you're just going to add the,
the hip movement.
yes, hips and feet.
Hips
Can you
and
handle
feet.
that?
I'm going to try.
Okay. And I'll show you, just so you can see what
Okay,
I'm
let me see you demonstrate it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll stand off to the side for a minute.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That was good. That was really good.
7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1.
6, 7, 8.
Oh, no,
On.
no.
8. Easy step.
Easy. I'm watching you for a while. Remember, I'm older, so you do the routine. Let me take a chair here. Go ahead.